Alright, we're doing a little bit of disinfecting to the Fabricator, making the applicators, which is fantastic. It's always a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do some of that stuff. I've got up here working on some synthetic resin, and I'm implementing the synthetic resin. I'm implementing these calcium sheets manually because they are not coming in fast enough, so we have to up our production with the calcium sheets. And I also want to put down another compounder so we can make some synthetic resin. We need to double that production because it's taking way too long to push out the lenses. So we still need a lot of lenses so we can actually get to the next level. So in this episode we are going to finish up or actually push forward the production of the synthetic resin. And I do want to go out and do some exploration. I want to go out and do some exploration so we can kind of see where we are going to find oil. I think is the next thing that we are going to need so we can actually proceed forward with all of our production process. So let's go inside here and see kind of where we are. You see, we're only at what did it say, 20% or so, 20%, and we are pushing forward some lenses, I think some reinforced frames as well. So that production is going up. This production I want to go up, which it's a chemical generator, which that's going to be fantastic. But I'm trying to look to see where the calcium, look at this, a whole bunch of good stuff. Selenia Corporation is something that we're gonna have to push forward, but that is going to be with the scanner and epoxy, which that's a little bit at a later date. Here we go, oil extraction. So we need to kind of figure out how to make liquid helium so we can get this production up and moving as well. Now for liquid helium, how many points is it in the recipe? I'm sorry, it's been a minute since I played StarRupture. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel Tech Orange Games, and we are back inside StarRupture, episode number 22 of StarRupture, and we're back in it, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited to come back in here. I've been playing like a decent amount of Subnautica and kind of finishing up what I started with 7 Days Die. I was trying to see right here, right? No, this is not it. I'm looking for the orbital exchange so we can see how much we'll be able to kind of get. I'm just gonna place one down here real quick and kind of jump in there and kind of see how much we're kind of making. So the lenses are making real good, 260 per dehydrated. So we're going to work on making more lenses, kind of getting that production up a little bit better. But for over here, future health, we need to get, what are these? Substance, which we got to get some of that. But I think the liquid helium would be an easier thing for us to take care of. But first and foremost, we got to get this production up and moving over here with the compounder. I need to get all of these guys here, the hardening agents. We got to get some sulfuric acid. We got to get some calcium sheets, which got a good amount of calcium sheets. I did take some of those storages out of the way that were there, so we can get some production here. Now, hardening agents is something else that we got to get up and moving as well. Oh my God. So okay, so I think the sulfuric acid is kind of what's holding us back. So we might need to get the production up with the sulfuric acid again. Okay, that's something that we will worry about in the near future. I'll probably worry about it between cuts or something. But we're trying to get some of this production moving. Where are these guys coming from? These guys are trying to mess up my stuff. Okay, so we have calcium, hardening agents. Whoa. Oh my gosh, these damn things are everywhere. All right, we're gonna hit that B button, and we're going to go. Am I dying again? Oh yeah, these little buggers. Where are you guys coming from? So that's why it's feeding 3 different ones for the sulfuric acid. So we're going to need to get some more sulfuric acid for sure. Now, calcium sheets, I should have a section coming in from here, so we got to bring up that production for calcium sheets as well. Double it, maybe even triple it. So I got everything nice and hooked up and good to go, but it's going pretty slow, especially with the sulfuric acid. I got a good amount of hardening agents coming inside here, that's pretty good. We only got one over here though. And then we have, looks like synthetic resin, which that has to get blasted out of here, so we'll kind of slap this guy. And then now we have 6 going though instead of I think 2 or 3. So something's working, something's working, which is always fantastic. Looks like we got a good decent amount of calcium coming out already, which that's good. So I don't have to kind of bring up that production. It seems like it's kind of brought up itself, you know, which is pretty good. Let's go inside here and see what it kind of looks like. So 36, so it brings out whatever it needs, so that's a good thing. We don't need to bring up the production on that, which that's pretty good. Now we got to go back to the other outpost, which is going to be out. Is it that way? Yeah, I think it's that way, where we're actually making like the sulfuric acid, and we're kind of trying to see if we can actually bump that up a little bit. Now it's working so much better, in my opinion. So I only had one of these calcium powders going, which that was the holdup, because we were not making enough of these synthetic silicons. That was holding back the production for the acid over here. So I was thinking of putting 2 of these cargo containers over there, but I think now it's doing fine. I think it's bringing in like 50 of them at a time, which is an upgrade them from what we had. Let's take a look. Yeah, almost 50 of them from over there, which is great. I think it's I think we were at like 30 something now. All these are doing pretty good now. Some calcite sheets seems to be kind of going a bit slow, but it is getting these 2 on. So I'm going to do a little bit of production upkeep with that, and everything else seems to be going a bit smoother, which is always good. Yeah, for this one the production was right around 20. That was getting to, I think, 15 or 20. Now it's almost up in the upwards of 30. So it's doubled the production on that. That way we can get everything up and moving from over there. Okay, so now it's just kind of like a waiting game. So we need liquid helium. And liquid helium, we need another 500 hardening agents. So we got some work to do, ladies and gentlemen. And the other one that we needed to get, what was it called? We go over here, we're at 27%. What is this? Substance. All right, the next thing, oh, so we got substance here, which we need some goethite powder, we need sulfuric acid, and then we also need some liquid helium. So the first thing that we need to unlock is that liquid helium here. So we need a couple hundred hardening agents. All right, we need to switch the Wolfram steel ingot to the titanium ferro ingots so we can get that up and running. We need some goethite, which should be coming in from over there. We'll just slap some of this in here. We also need some titanium ore, which there should be. I hope there's titanium. There should be titanium ore, right? So we got goethite there. I put it here because I thought there was actually a good decent amount of ores. Which that's calcium. We'll just hit that M button. We'll just take a look. We should have. No, we do not. It's over here. Okay, so we need to get another outpost over here, grab some of this titanium, because we can't really put it anywhere else that both of them are there. If we go to our goethite outpost out here, I don't think there's anything around there. Okay, it is what it is. So and if we go down here, this is kind of where I was at. There's some titanium there, but there is no goethite, because this is kind of the new location for the map, or not the new, the older location for the map. But if we continue looking around, there's a little bit here, so we might be able to grab some of this and slap it this way. I got a small little outpost here. I did put a cargo dispatcher because I don't want to run a line all the way over there. I think it'll be a lot easier just to transport it just like that, and I think that would be pretty good. We just got to put a receiver, a cargo receiver. Right? Am I right? Yeah, that B button. Oh my god, I've been playing this. I have almost 100 hours in this thing, and I can't remember the names. Cargo receiver. Yes, I got it right. Let's head over there. There we go. Now we got these guys coming in. So we have some titanium ore. We also have some goethite. I wonder how many exactly are coming in. 50, 40. So there's a bunch. I think there might be 100 coming in. Great. So that is working fantastic. So we got this guy going in there. Now we got to go back to our regular base and grab those so we can start making the other products, so we can get actually not just the resin. Was it resin? Let's go back. Let's take a look. It's like we're going to be attacked. That's fine. So we're going to go over here. So it's not just going to, oh yeah, the lenses, but we'll be able to make these guys over here as well, which we needed the titanophorite ingots, which, let me see, I don't think I have a place for them to kind of go. So we're going to have to kind of figure that out so they can kind of just get pushed out and towards where they need to go. Here we go, the first shipment. Yes, we're getting 100 of them. Perfect. So we'll be able to start making those, and we'll be able to at least get in some of those so we can kind of get that production just a little bit quicker. I feel like it's kind of stabilizing now. Which this one is okay, but we do have a nice good little back reserve that we're kind of building up here, which is good and bad because this one is kind of getting it but not getting it as fast as it should. So I might just do a little bit of a cutoff for those so they can kind of reach here a little bit quicker, but not a problem. I got both of these guys kind of doing the same thing. It's because the traffic jam for these guys here, the tubes, are coming in relatively quickly. Now these titanium beams are coming from out this side, so these guys here are doing fantastic on the hardening agents, which they're starting to fill up at 100 on each one of these two, which the hardening agents, we are going to need another 500 of them so we can unlock the next thing that we need to definitely unlock. Now here, there we go, 40 are inside here, which they're piling up, man. They're doing good, they're doing great, they're getting pushed out. Just with that, just needs just a little bit of time. All it needs is just some time. Now I was kind of looking at the next process of what we gotta do, and I think it was inside the compound, this guy here. So the liquid helium, so we need, this one's the one that we need the hardening agents, 500 more of those, so we're working on that, which is fantastic. Now the next one that I thought that we're gonna need, it was a goethite powder, right? Am I correct? I'm gonna go inside here now. The substance, but is it the substance? The scan, I thought there was some goethite powder that we needed. We needed the goethite powder for something. I think it was actually for the substance. I think we need to unlock it to get the substance. Yes, here we go. So we need to unlock the goethite powder to kind of unlock the substance. And we have the sulfuric acid, but we don't have the liquid helium yet. So goethite, there we go, goethite powder, which we need 400 goethite ingots. We should have the pressurized helium, and I don't know if we have the calcium powder. I don't think I have a location for that. That's 800 of those. Now if we go over here this way, I should have that pressurized helium that we kind of took care of actually a few episodes back now, but we needed I think it said 500. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna take 5, and now this guy, is it on? I don't think I have it on. Yeah, it's off, so that's not a problem. If I turn it on, it's gonna be too much for our, let me see if I turn it on real quick and we kind of see if this is doing okay. It looks like it is. Yeah, we're doing fine. So I'm gonna keep that on, that way I can get some of that pressurized helium that we need maybe for future builds. And then I'm gonna go check the goethite powder to see what, oh, and also we need a couple of these guys. Oh nice, look at this, it's filling up this one, and it's also backfilling into this, which is great. I think it's 500 of that. Now if we go inside here into the recipes, the compounder, we're gonna scroll on down. It should be here. Oh yeah, so we just need another 300, so that's good to go. We need 400 goethite ingots, which actually I think we're good to go on that end. Now I need to figure out calcium powder. So these are goethite ingots. I thought we had goethite ingots. We don't. We have the terraria ingots, which is something totally different, which is fine. So we'll be able to kind of make some of those at one of our outposts. Also, I need to bring in some calcium powder, kind of knock that out, so I can put these ingots back into the storage. That's the good thing about having storage, so we can just slap it right back in. All right, we have a ton of goethite here now. What I'm gonna do, what is this for? Why do I have this here? I don't need this here, which is not too bad. I'm gonna take this out, and what we're gonna do is, how much more room? I don't have no leverage room. Okay, it's fine. So what we can do is actually take some of these guys out. Yeah, because we're not gonna need all these guys. This is 200 per. Yeah, that's a lot. So we got 2 of these guys, which are feeding inside here now. Goethite ingots. We're gonna do this guy here, the laser drill. No, not the laser drill. We're down here, the pyro forge. Yes, hit that C button. We're gonna slap that guy down somewhere out here. Can we put it down on this side? I think we can, right? Nope, there's too much. Oh, right there. We'll kind of face it this way. Yeah, that should work. And then what we're gonna grab is the cargo dispatcher and slap that guy kind of right back here. I think this would be a pretty good spot. Perfect. Now we gotta grab this Goethite so we can slap it right inside this Pyro forge, and then we're gonna grab this Pyro forge and put it inside of that cargo dispatcher. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna run over here this way. I'm gonna jump. Oh crap! Forgot that this guy's here. We're gonna do a little bit of Goethite ingot. Yeah, I'm gonna slap this guy down in there. That way, once they come in, yeah, it's pretty slow, but it gets the job done, and it's 10 per. Now we're gonna come over here, and we are going to grab the Goethite ingots, and we're gonna take it to where we had a cargo base number 6 in use. What we can do, I think I saw, yeah, home base number 6 with these guys. Yeah, we'll slap them in there. There we go. And then now this guy's getting filled up. We have tons of it. Okay, now we're getting the good stuff that we need, which is perfect. Now I have about 10 of these Goethite ingot ores, which I don't want to waste them, but I also, if I don't need them, then there is no point. Okay, that's fine. Let's head on back to the base. The Goethite ingots should be going. I think I gotta take the stuff that's inside of those over there back at the homestead. Where are we at? There we go, and we switch them over to the Goethite ingots here. And now this one here will be able to just kind of run through this side. We take this one off here for now. That's fine, because this is going to be another inlet. So we can get all of the stuff that we need through here and add more cargo containers on this side. So if we go to this guy here, no, actually this one here, we're going to hit that F button. So each one of these are going to have its own T section. So we're going to be able to put it kind of right here. And then this one's a double. Why is this a double? Got it, got it, got it. Okay, we'll just slap it somewhere right there. It's fine, not a problem. And then we'll be able to kind of run these this way. That way, this end over here, this other line that's going to go right through here, these three are going to have cargo containers going this way, cargo containers going that way, and kind of have the output on the back end, which we'll probably need to put a couple, probably we're going to have to rearrange all this stuff, but we'll do it at a later date. Now we're going to slap these guys here. This is like a main big hub for everything to kind of flow through it. I'm not saying it's perfect, but we gotta see and we gotta figure out kind of how that goes. So these three over here will run this end here. Now we gotta go to the back of these, and I think they're being used, so they might be being used. All right, that's fine. I'll figure that out in a little bit. Now for here, we're gonna go to the Goethite ingots. Yes, so those should be, yes, coming right out, and slap all these guys inside here. Now, if we ever need any kind of Goethite ingots, then we'll be able to kind of grab them out of here. Now, the storage, these storage guys over here are going to be like pushed this way, so we can kind of get another little output coming from these guys. And these should be a little bit different. Kind of let it be. I don't know why that's working the way it's working there, but that's fine. Now, these, yes, we got a couple Goethite ingots coming in. Perfect. Cool. And now this one's got no connection, which is not a problem. And what I'm gonna do that way, when we get kind of confused, kind of slap these guys out of here, because these three on this side will be using these outputs from over here and kind of filling it up on this side, kind of get a little bit more organized in that end. So now we gotta get a couple hundred of these guys so they're flowing in nice and good. Now I think that's it for that part. We have, oh my god, it's taking a while. It's definitely taking a while for these guys to get popped out, but we're at 164 out of 262, which is great. It's a little bit of progression. Now, how many Goethite ingots did I need? I think it was about, oh yeah, we gotta go check on that hardening agent. And we go down here. Okay, we need 400. Not too bad. Now we need some calcium powder. Now we gotta get some calcium powder made at a different location and kind of bring it in through this side as well, and put more cargo containers going this way. But I want to keep this pole here because we have a whole bunch of stuff going that way to our ammunition department, which that is definitely something that we need to keep. So we'll slap that down, and then we're gonna put a couple more cargo containers. The 100s are fine for what we gotta, for what we want to do. Now we don't need to put too many, so that should be That should be pretty good, actually. Do a bit of 3, might as well. And then we're going to go to the T, slap that in there. And then we're going to go to the double, which this is fine here. Slap that from there to there. That way they can start coming out as soon as they come out of the cargo terminal. All right, now we have some calcium. Oh my god, I keep powder. Calcium powder going to the main base, which is fantastic. Now we're going to head on back to the main base just to make sure it's a little bit frozen because it's saving. Oh, good old autosave. Let's head on back to our main base, Homestead, and see what kind is going on over there. They should be getting there before I get there because, you know, the ziplines take a little bit of time and the rockets go up and down. All right, we got them coming. So we need 800 of this calcium powder, which is great. I think these here, all I need is, was it 500? Oh, I can't remember. Do a little bit of source. So we're going to we'll take 4. We'll take 4 for now. Just to see. It might be 4, it might be 5. I know it's not 8. So we're gonna run inside here, inside the recipes compounder, and it should be we need 4. There you go. Good to go on that. And now we need 800 of the calcium powder, and we need 500 of the hardening agents, which there should be some kind of saved already. Let me go and take a look. So we have 200 here, so we're gonna take them. 98, 99, that's fine. Come on, give me 200 for now. Those back in there. So there should be another 200 in these. Yes, there's 100 there. And then if we take this one, there's 100 there. So you know what? We're going to take these. That's fine. That's fine. We need to make progression, and we need to start getting that other line up and moving. So now we're going to put these in here. So we need another 100 of those, and then we'll be able to kind of unlock the liquid helium. Now, I'm not sure what it takes to make the liquid helium. It kind of looks like it's pressurized helium and hardening agents. Where are we at in the percentage? We're at 72%, which that's pretty good. It's working phenomenally. Now we'll be able to kind of work on this. Now the substance, which that's a whole other ballgame. That's a whole other ballgame, but we'll get there kind of when we get there. Our main mission is to get these hardening agents pushed out. Also, we need to get this calcium powder pushed out so we can get Goethite powder and get that up and went out. It's in the compounder, right? I believe it is made inside the compound. Yeah, both of them are. Okay, cool. And we'll be able to kind of unlock a couple more of these guys once we start saving up some synthetic resin, which that's definitely something that we need. Now liquid helium is something that we're gonna need a lot of, it looks like, to unlock future stuff. Cool. Now it's just a waiting game for now, ladies and gentlemen, until some stuff kind of stocks up, and we take it out, put it inside of the recipe station, and kind of unlocks more recipes.
StarRupture has to
Alright, the last final hardening agent. Let's go and let's unlock the next thing. So I also have been looking around my inventory and trying to unlock some more of the different stuff. I'll show you guys real quick. So liquid helium is unlocked. That's 15%. And also we got 400 out of the 800 calcium powder. And then inside of the mega press, I did unlock, just because I had the stuff. It wasn't because we did it, which is the Goethite lattice. So that is definitely unlocked as well. I'm sure we're gonna need it for future builds, but the liquid helium is good to go. So I think we'll be able to kind of push forward with some of that. So like, how much do we have? Yeah, we're kind of close, as general. We might be able to take one of these and kind of push it this way. So this is 1 every 10 seconds, but we don't have enough synthetic resin. So what's pushing us forward is these guys over here. So tubes are kind of keeping us back, but I think that this should be okay. Now the liquid helium, I think we need it just to need it, right? So if we go here, liquid helium, which is hardening agents, which that's what we have, and we're already making. Now the pressurized helium, we're making it in that back end. Now we can't put another compounder down because that'll get our heat up and over what we need, but we should be able to, we should be able to do liquid helium here, and that is to start. It's not just liquid helium, is it? No, this is to actually start the other process. Yeah, we'll do that. Liquid helium here, hardening agents. I'm not sure what that means, but we'll slap those in there. Pressurized helium. So all this stuff here I'm gonna have to get out, which is not a big deal. Now we have all these going into this circle of death. I do not like this thing. It stops whatever is in front of it. If it starts going in from here, and it's got to go all the way around, and there's a big long line, it stops everything else from coming in. So that's something that's negative with that. But we should have a whole bunch of, yeah, we look at this. We have tons of it over here, which is great, and it's being produced right here on the spot, so that's also fantastic. Now I'm gonna run a wire tier 2 from here, and I want to get it all the way to, I guess we can just put it here, and it's just gonna lock it up though. It's gonna lock it up, so I'm gonna just place it down right here for now. And I want it because it's only gonna go into this guy here. It doesn't have to go anywhere else, so I think that's still pretty red. I do it kind of like this. It should be able to cut out and go inside here if I kind of connect this guy into there. So let's see how that's going to work. I really don't. I don't really like the idea. But I don't want so many wires or so many of these guys going all the way around. Now, once this gets full, it's a different story. There we go. Slap these guys in there. And then we're going to come over here. I'm going to slap some of these guys in here and kind of let it do its thing. Now, we have liquid helium, which is one every 3 seconds. And now I think that's something that we can use to launch. We're going to go over here and we're going to check it out real quickly. And it's going to be at a different place that it's gonna go. Yeah, here we go. 120. Okay, cool. So what we gotta do is we gotta put another one of these guys down.
Is in its stable state.
Nice, good to go. So we're gonna put one of these. Oh, it's gonna hit. It's gonna go over. Okay. Yeah, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. So for now, we're gonna do this. I will take some of the other stuff off, but we need this guy moving. I'm gonna slap these guys in here. And then with this, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna slap, so at least we're kind of working towards something else now, which is great. There we go, look at that beauty. Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Okay, slap over here. I kind of wanna, there we go, liquid helium 2 level number. Now I've got 19 of them, which these are getting pumped out a lot quicker than the other ones. And these here shoot off whatever's inside here. These cargo launchers, version number 2. Oh, look at that. That's great. So that's gonna be working for us. This guy over here should be. Why aren't they working? What happened to our tubes? Do we not have any more tubes? No. All right, looks like tubes are back in full effect for what we were making right here. Yes, they should be. Yes, love it. They should be getting a good, decent amount, which is fantastic. So what I did is I put them, I'm gonna hit that M button real quick. Hit that M button. I put them out here. We have a bunch of titanium, which is growing right here. So I just siphoned one of these ore extractors so they can go into the smelter and then go straight into a cargo dispatcher, which is great. Now the cargo receiver here is bringing in titanium bars so it can make some tubes right in here. Perfect. Yes, and then now we have tubes going back to the main base, which is always a good thing. Now it looks like we're gonna need some more titanium rods, which I think titanium rods are 1 every 2 seconds, and the sheets are, I think it's 2 every 2 seconds. So if we can get another one of these guys working with the titanium rods, that will kind of even out this guy here. Yeah, let's do that real quick. All right, so now we got pretty good titanium rods coming in. Yeah, titanium rods to make tubes in here, and then this production should be blasting off. Okay, cool. This thing's good to go. Now we should have enough of the, what were we making, the hardening agents? No, we needed to make for the, oh my god, it's been such a while. So let's go back to the main base. Let's go back to Homestead and see kind of what's going on over there, kind of revise what we did and figure out kind of where we're moving from there. All right, tubes are coming in. Finally, they're coming in a bit slow because we have a traffic jam. Always have a traffic. I think I gotta fix that. But here we go, we have compounded. The lenses are doing okay. Looks like we're having trouble with the hardening agents once more. But over here on this side, hardening agents are coming. I'm not sure what this 100 is for. That request limit, but I'm not sure exactly what that. Maybe let's bring it down to about 50. And then this one, oh, look at that. We have a good decent amount of synthetic resin coming in. That's a beautiful thing right there. Okay, we need a little bit of a stockpile with that, but looks like the lithium helium, or the liquid helium is coming out at a steady rate for the most part. We're just a little bit back shorted on the hardening agents, of course. Always something holding us back, but I think that's doing pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. So we have these 2 mega presses working at probably a pretty good percentage. We have tubes coming in from the outside like we always do. And I am making some more tubes at a different location to kind of work with the hardening agents that are coming in. So tubes are being made in 2 different locations of the map, but that's keeping us kind of where we need to be at. So there we go, we got some tubes coming in. It does take a little bit for them to kind of get to the back of the base, but I think that shouldn't be a problem. Now we have 3 of these guys here. Let's just check our progress real quick. 250, so we're almost there. And this one's already at 36,000, which any little bit of a push always definitely helps for the progression, you know. And while those are kind of working, we'll be able to kind of go out and do some exploration and stuff like that, which I think we're going to start in the next episode. Like, this episode has been recording for quite some time, for a couple days now, so I think we're going to call it here for episode number 22 of StarRupture. And we got some liquid helium in the make, which is always good. We also unlocked what we needed to unlock, which was the liquid helium, that would be kind of for the next step. Now if we go inside here, yeah, so look at that, 96%. We got 14% for the future health solution. We didn't really unlock anything this episode. Oh, multi-rails, that's gonna be sweet. I'm not sure how we'll be able to use that, but would that definitely come in handy. And I kind of want to go and see how many quartz we have. Maybe we'll be able to 90. We'll be able to kind of upgrade some stuff. Now if we go inside here, I know a tier 3 multi-rail would definitely give us a thumbs up, you know, but not sure exactly where. Look at this, version 2, version 3, we need 100. So a little bit of progression, which is not too bad. We'll definitely get there, you know. We'll definitely get there. Now this is a tier, yes, it's the tier 3. Supply the development station with what it needs, and we also need 40 ignium, so we'll find those around the world. So I'm gonna put all that stuff back. We should be getting quartz. We got some ore bounds. Okay, I think we're doing pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're pretty good with where we at now. Next episode, we're gonna start off pretty good, unlocking kind of what we started the previous episode. But this episode is something that needs to go down, and stuff that we need to kind of need to do so we can continue pushing forward with each passing episode, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one's more of a getting stuff together, kind of pushing forward with what we did in the previous episode. But every passing episode is a movement forward in any kind of video game, you know. So StarRupture episode number 22 has come to an end. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. If I was holding your attention, please hit that like button. If I earned your subscription in this episode, hit that subscribe button along with that bell so you guys won't miss any future content on this channel. Tech Orange Games, my name is Jonathan. Thank you guys for being here, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.